Welcome to the Elevate Media podcast with your host, Chris Anderson. In this show, Chris and his guests will share their knowledge and experience on how to go from zero to successful entrepreneur. They have built their businesses from scratch and are now ready to give back to those who are just starting. Let's get ready to learn, grow, and elevate our businesses. And now, your host, Chris Anderson.
Welcome back to another recording of the Elevate Media podcast. I'm Chris Anderson, your host. Today, I'm going to be getting into another, I say it all the time, an important topic, but there are so many, and there's so many things we need to learn. But this one, mastering the art of the side hustle while balancing a full-time job. Whether you're dreaming of launching your own business or you're in the thick of managing one, this episode is packed with a lot of practical advice that's going to help you succeed. So make sure you tune in to the end as well. Stay around to the end, where I'm going to give you some bonus tips that are going to help you balance and juggle and keep harmony within your entrepreneurial journey and your 9-to-5 life. So let's go ahead. Let's get started. So first, you got to understand the why behind your side hustle. We talk about the why in a lot of different ways, but understanding, why are you starting this side hustle? Why are you trying to start this business? Is it for financial freedom? Is it just a passion project, or is it something else altogether? When you can identify your motivation, that's going to help keep you moving forward. It's the fuel that will keep you going when times get tough. Remember, a clear purpose can turn an obstacle into a stepping stone, but it can also help you understand, is this truly going to be a business, or is this going to be a hobby that I'm going to enjoy for fun as an outlet? So you've got to understand those. And then you've got to understand the realities of juggling a full-time job and a side hustle. There is harmony because there's not going to be much balance. You just have to harmonize with everything going on. Being able to do that, have a full-time job and a side hustle isn't easy, okay? It's going to be hard. There are going to be days that you feel like this is terrible, this sucks, I don't want to do this, how can I do this? And that's okay. There's going to be challenges. There's going to be time constraints, energy dips, and sacrifices that are going to have to be made. And there's probably going to be some skepticism from others that don't understand. But if you have realistic expectations, a solid plan, then these hurdles, they're manageable. But more than manageable, they're conquerable. You can overcome them. Now we're going to talk about some time management essentials. Time management is a skill, and it's essential for any person trying to build a business outside of their 9-to-5. So here are some key strategies that you can implement to help you try to keep a little bit more harmony. First is plan your week. It just takes a few minutes. You can do it on Sundays or whatever day works best for you, your off days, to plan the week ahead. Give time for certain activities, certain tasks that have to be done on your business on the side, so you make sure that there's time given to those. Otherwise, you'll lose it. You got to prioritize your tasks. Not all tasks are created equal. Focus on what moves the needle forward and not what is there for vanity or to make you feel good. Especially when you have a full-time job and are trying to build a business, you have to focus on what truly moves the business forward and not just what feels or looks good. And here's a good one. Find hidden time. How can you do that? Well, maybe you can listen to a business podcast on your drive to work so you can learn as you're commuting. Or maybe you can work on your hustle during your lunch breaks. These small pockets of time can add up, and you have to find them, and you have to be creative sometimes. And then you got to set boundaries. You got to avoid the burnout. Setting boundaries is really non-negotiable. You got your day job, you got your business, and you got your personal life. And they need to be able to coexist without causing you to feel burnout. So this means you got to learn to say no to some things. You got to learn to delegate some things when necessary. And most importantly, you've got to schedule time to disconnect, to unwind, to take care of yourself. If you don't do that, you run the risk of not playing the long game and coming up short and burning out. And you can help your process, help these things by leveraging so many resources and tools. We've done multiple episodes on AI and how in today's digital age, There are so many tools that you can use. Focus on where you need the help the most and use these, like the project management tools that are out there. Trello, we use Monday, help us stay organized. You can automate some repetitive tasks with tools like Zapier. We use that. Zapier helps you just automate some things, connect different tools together. And then don't forget, your smartphone. You have a computer in the palm of your hand. This little thing right here is a powerhouse that can be used for good or for bad. It just depends on the choice you make with it. And then make sure to build support systems around you. And this can be night and day game changer for what you're doing. One, you got to have people that support you and support your ideas and dreams and understand. And if they don't, they're going to just suck the energy out of you. So you got to be careful with that. And then connecting with like-minded individuals, online or in person, who have the same dreams, aspirations, and drive will be huge. So don't shy away from asking for help or advice from these people or other people you meet, because most entrepreneurs, myself included, we are more than willing to share, what we've learned, things that we've done wrong, things we've done right, just our insights and our experiences. So don't feel bad or be scared reaching out, especially for me. Send me a message at chris.t.anderson on Instagram. I love answering questions and giving guidance where I can to just help, elevate what you're doing and getting you to that next level. And of course, you got to mention it. You got to navigate these legal and financial things within growing your business, right? So with this, I'm not going to talk into it much. This is not my field of expertise. This is not where my strength lies. So always do your due diligence. Consult with a legal or financial expert to make sure you're doing things right. Make sure you're on the right track, because it's better to be safe than sorry. So, find someone local you can talk to or online that you trust, and just, get guidance from them, because it's important. Then we all want to grow, right? We want to scale our side hustle, to something better. When it comes to scaling our side hustles, timing is everything, really. Gradually increase your commitment as your business grows. Remember, it's not about overnight success. It's about sustainable growth over time, and you want to play the long game. But there'll be a time, with everything, if everything goes right, that you're going to have to make a choice. Your business is doing well. It's providing financially, but your time now is becoming very strained. You've delegated some. When is the time to step away from your 9 to 5? Or when is the time to delegate even more of your business to free up some more time again, so you can just mitigate your burnout chances and things like that. But there'll be a time of that. Because you can't chase two rabbits. So you have to delegate more, build a team even more, or you have to step away from the 9 to 5 and go all in on yourself and your business. And you'll know when that time's right. So I wanted to hit on these things because, everyone's trying to build something and everyone has a lot going on. I quit my job to fully focus on business because I'm crazy, you could say. And that's okay. It's not for everyone. Quitting your job cold turkey, don't recommend it. A lot more stressful, a lot more stakes in the game. But I wanted to talk about this, kind of having that harmony, figuring out how to navigate both worlds. So to kind of just wrap things up, starting and managing a side hustle while working, a full-time job, it's a journey of balance, of harmony, persistence, and being smart with the work. You got to remember, every big achievement starts with a decision to just try and just start. So you got to take that first step and stay committed. Continue taking those steps forward, and you'll watch your side hustle continue to grow and elevate. But I told you bonus tips, and here they are. So thanks for tuning in to the end. I want to give you these just few bonus tips before we sign off. You got to keep learning. Books, courses, podcasts that are free, YouTube channels like ours. Keep learning. Don't stop learning. I am a continuous learner. I will always learn because there will always be something I don't know or someone I can learn from regardless. And I truly believe that. So don't stop learning. That's a huge tip. And then stay adaptable. You've got to be open and willing to change and be ready for it when necessary. Because things change. We had COVID. We had economic hits. We still might have more of those. We had AI come into the play. all these things. You have to be willing and able to adapt. Otherwise, you're just going to get crushed and shattered. So be adaptable. And then a big one, a huge one that it took me a while to really learn is celebrate small wins. Even the smallest win. Like if you can find ways to celebrate the tiniest wins along your entrepreneurial journey will be huge because they're going to keep you motivated on that path. Because it can get really discouraging. It can get really hard. It can get really make you feel down. So if you can celebrate even the smallest wins, whatever that is, it's, someone saying, hey, thanks for putting that piece of content out. Thanks for, your podcast. Or maybe it's, you got your first buck, you got your first client, or even smaller. Maybe you finally got that email or that domain set up that you've been talking about. Whatever it is, celebrate the small ones. And it could just be, a pat on the back, a clap of your hands, but recognizing it and celebrating it and celebrating those small wins will help you along the way. So if you found this episode helpful and you're not subscribed, do that already. Click the little subscribe button, whether you're listening on the podcast or watching on YouTube. Share this with someone else that it can help. That way we can help more people together. We can elevate more lives and we can make a bigger impact. And of course, leave your feedbacks through ratings and reviews. Your support means the world to myself, to the team, and we appreciate everyone who tunes in. Again, so thank you for tuning in to the Elevate Media Podcast. I am Chris Anderson, and remember, you have so much potential and your story matters, so don't stop. Get out there, continue to elevate your life, elevate your brand, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you for listening to the Elevate Media Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. See you in the next episode.